right, and we are live. Hey guys, thank you for joining us tonight. It's a later show, but we are here with Kelly Ann Blount and her book, I Hate You, Fuller James. I cannot tell you how many times I have messed up that boy's name and switched it.
That's okay. There's a few reviews and they're like, that James Fuller is so sweet. Like, I know. I love him. It's okay.
It's just it sounds like he's got a last name that's a first name
It
instead
definitely
of
throws people. And
right.
there's a local business and they have a drive-up service. So I went to go pick something up and the name tag was Fuller. And I was like,
Well,
oh,
that's funny.
shut up. Is that your real name? And he was like, yeah. And so then, of course, I had, like one of these. And I was,
Uh-huh.
let me just give you something. And so
So
now
that's
every time I
so
see him,
cute.
he's like, how are the books going? So he's really sweet.
I got one of those in the mail. Those are adorable.
Aren't they so cute? I have some extra. If y'all see this and would like one, hit me up with a DM.
Because those are cute.
I know the artist did such a good job, and I have it. When I have this little guy on my Instagram a few times, and I tag the artist. She is so good. I don't know if her commissions are open right now, but
You
y'all,
guys should have some of those made up for in the penalty box.
girl, we did. Didn't you get one?
I think I just got one of those. Or maybe it is in the penalty box. It's like my envelope's in the bedroom. I
Yeah,
don't know.
a puck.
Yeah, I
Well,
have
if
a text.
not,
Yeah. I
oh,
mean, like with the people.
oh, I know. No, you're right. We should do. We should get the people made because they'd be so cute.
They're so cute. They're adorable. And I need one.
I think we might be able to make it happen.
Okay, so well, you guys know the drill. If you would like to ask a question, toss it in the live chat below. For some reason, YouTube isn't permitting you to do that. DM me on social media and I will find your question. All right. So, of course, as always, tell us a little bit about you and your books, and we'll go from there.
Oh, sorry, girl. I checked the chat quick to see if there's a question and then I pushed the wrong button. So I am Kelly Ann Blount, author of I Hate You, Fuller James. And I also recently co-wrote a book called In the Penalty Box with my good friend Lynn Rush and just came out. I love to write YA. It is my jam. I've kind of written all over as far as genre goes. Both I Hate You, Fuller James and In the Penalty Box are YA romances and sport romances as well. So if you love sweet kissy books, check those out. If you're more into like grit and scary, my account on Wattpad is just my name, Kelly Ann Blount, and I have Captured up there, which has been optioned by Sony Pictures Television and Comics Media, which is who put out the Kissing Booth. So they're working on getting that. It's in development, getting it on the screen for y'all. So I am super pumped about that. I've been doing some rewrites. Actually, today I was rewriting. Just wrote a fun new scene in it. And so, yeah, I love all things writing and books. So I'm excited to be here talking about both with you all.
I think I saw that on social media where somebody had commented about Captive. I'm gonna have to check that one out now.
Yeah, you can read it. I will admit, so it's more of a first draft that's on Wattpad. It's like 45,000 words and, quickly written, not heavily edited. But the finished draft is up to like 72,000 words and there's a lot more in it. So I am really excited and hope that I get to share it all with you soon.
Woohoo! So let's see. I saw your titles, at least the two that I've read. They have so much humor in them. How do you write so much light and funnies into all your titles?
So when I first wrote I Hate You, Fuller James, I actually called it goaltending, which is a basketball term. And I thought it was really cute. It's kind of, like guarding the hoop when you're not supposed to be, like you need to back off the hoop when you're on defense. And so I thought that was really cute. And then I had a line that I'd written in the manuscript, and it's at the end of chapter, I think it's 1 or 3. It's within the first couple of chapters, and Ren ends the sentence, "I hate you, Fuller James." She's
That's in
like,
there a lot.
and so, and then it repeats a few more times because she really hates his guts in the beginning. And so my editor like highlighted it and she was like, "What about this for the book title?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love it." So, yeah, and I actually have, I don't know when and or if it will happen, but I have another book kind of in that world, and it follows the same name path. So it's like I blank blank Brecken Slater.
Ooh.
Yeah, another character, total class clown. So we'll see. We have Lynn and I have a lot of books in the works, so I'm
Oh
not
my goodness. Yes,
exactly
you guys
sure when we'll
do.
be writing it, but hopefully I'll write it soon or at some point.
You're never gonna get any sleep anymore.
I know sleep is overrated. But yeah, I really like humor. I love adding humor to books. And I think having, like you said, like a lighter title that like draws people in, and I think it helps, especially in, we've all been through a lot in 2020. 2021 started out pretty rough too. So hopefully, we'll have a lighter, positive rest of our year. But if you need some escape, I highly recommend checking out A Lovely YA Romance.
So why do you like to do enemies to lovers romances? Because I have to say, like, when this one, like, seriously, before you switch into Fuller James's point of view, I mean, even like to start with his point of view, I was really hoping like Ren was just going to take him down completely. And it's like, I know it's not going to happen. I know they're going to fall in love, but I was like make him pay.
Take him down a notch or two first. Yeah, I love a redeemable hero. I love to read about them and I love to write them. And I think when I was writing Fuller, I knew that he had a really sweet, sensitive side that not a lot of people got to see. And so I think I was able to pull some of that out early with his younger brother, who Hudson is so sweet. I love Hudson. And Ren really, really does hate him in the beginning, and he has a lot of redemption to trudge through before she can trust him, and he loses that trust again. And so you're like, oh my gosh, like get it together, Fuller. So yeah, I love that banter that happens when you like go from maybe really hating someone to only like disliking them, and you just kind of like to give them a hard time. And she, even though she can be kind of socially awkward at times and get really nervous, um she just like kind of pulls it out and like holds him accountable and isn't going to give him the star treatment just because he's like the best player that their school's had in basketball for a long time. Like she's not going to give him a pass for that. And so I think he's just kind of like, what, huh? Like, how did this happen? So it was just really fun. I love writing that. We've got a lot of really cool tropes coming up in the Twin River series, but enemies to lovers might just always be one of my favorites.
That's my favorite. So I'm on board with that.
Yes.
We have a writing question. How do you create your characters?
Ooh, so when creating characters, I like to have like a visual in mind. A lot of times I'll think about, okay, what do I picture them looking like? And then I'll go on the internet and try and find a picture that is close to what I see them as. And I'll usually paste it in like a Word doc or an Excel doc. And then I will include like as much information about them that I can in the beginning, but it grows and grows and grows and grows. So, as I add in like a catchphrase or as I add in something that I'm like, ooh, this is important about their character or their development, then I make sure to go back and add it to my spreadsheet.
Awesome. Let's see. What is the next book that you're reading?
Ooh, so I bought Covet, which is the third in Tracy Wolf's.
Yes. Yes.
And
Thank you for that link, by the way.
oh
So like
gosh,
I
y'all,
will find $8.
it was not the hardcover, y'all, was on sale
Exactly.
like 8.12 or something. I was like, I cannot not buy this right now.
Right.
This is way too good of a deal not to pick up. So I pre-ordered it, and yeah, I am so looking forward to that. I also have been binge listening to a book that's the fourth in a series. It's a middle grade book by Brandon Mull called Dragon Watch, and it's the spin-off series of Fablehaven,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
it's so good. And it's like the last book in the series, and if he doesn't have one more spin-off, I might cry. Or Infinity spin-offs. I'm fine with any of those. I just love the world so much. Oh, so
Man,
cool.
the Crave series is just insane. And there's another book coming out after that one. And I'm like, oh, it's like I keep hoping that I'm gonna open up my mail and have an ARC of the third one, which I know I probably won't be, but now it's like, do I want to read it now or do I want to wait? Because there's only one more book out, but I know it won't be out until sometime next year probably. And
Not
I don't know
sure.
if I can wait that long.
I feel that. That's why I feel like, services like Netflix are just so good. Or being able to listen to an entire audiobook series like in a
Right.
row once it's done, or reading an entire series in a row once it's done. It is hard, especially in this world where we're like, I'll order it today and get it tomorrow.
Right.
Ah, yes. I am a big fan. And the audiobooks are super good too. I really like the voice that they have.
It's so crazy with nowadays like that. I mean, even being a book reviewer, it's like I'll read a book and it's like, oh, it's a series. I'll go see it. Oh, book two's on NetGalley. Oh, I'll just grab it. Oh, I'm auto approved. That's even better, and get it and I can just read it. And it's then when you go to do that and it's not there, and then you just sit there and stare at the screen and cry.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling well. I think the first, not the well,
The
the
first one
first
was
time
such a
I
cliffhanger.
really,
Oh my god.
the first time I really, really, yeah, that ended on like I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, what just happened here? But I remember way back when it happened twice with Twilight and Hunger
Mhm.
Games. And, I read the first book. And then for Twilight, I think I got through like two books. And then I had to wait. But with Hunger Games, man, I could not wait for them
It's
to
so
come out.
hard.
Oh, so
Yeah, I
good.
came to the Twilight series late, so I only had to wait, I think, about 2 weeks before the
Oh,
last one came out. I got lucky.
good. Oh, so lucky. I love it.
What is one of your favorite books?
Ooh, I have lots of favorite books. So ooh, I am a I'm a huge, huge fan of Inkheart. Uh, and it's a whole trilogy by Cornelia Funk. Amazing. I would say though, most recent, probably The Cruel Prince. Although The
Oh,
Wicked
those are
King was
good.
really, the whole friggin' series
Mhm.
was a delight. But The Cruel Prince dragged me in. And then the The Wicked King, I
Mhm.
listened to right away. I did those both audiobooks, and then I had to wait for The Queen of Nothing, and it was
Right.
difficult.
That's
But
hard.
I really love that whole series. I thought that was really good. And then like YA sweet, like kissy kissy. I love The Kissing Booth. It's so cute. I love Beth. She's amazing. And I really like Allie Novak. She's a good friend of mine. I love her My Life with the Walter Boys and Heartstrings. And the third Heartstrings book is or I'm sorry, Paper Hearts. The third book is coming out soon, so I'm excited about that.
Hmm. See, when you go to write your books, do you know how they're going to end?
Usually, yes. Sometimes I'll have a very specific scene in mind. And other times I'll just be like, chapter 29, grand gesture or something. And I'm like, is it gonna be? And the grand gesture for this book, I don't think I knew it right away. I knew that I wanted to get that car wash in, if you know what I'm talking about, and the wrestling singlet. Um, I knew that needed to be part of it, and that made it into the epilogue. But yeah, I knew I wanted a really big scene, and I love that his friends got to be a part of it, and her friends, and also the little brother, Hudson.
In your books, do the characters ever surprise you? Like you want to go one way and they decide to go somewhere else?
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I like to outline. Lynn and I have an outline we follow, and you know, writing books on my own, I'm going to use pretty much the exact same outline. But we make sure to mark, or I mark, major moments. The inciting incident and the point of no return, and like all the little black moments, and I like to have those in, and then develop it from there. But sometimes a character is just like, no, I'm not doing this. Like the new word my daughter just learned, dough. So they can take a right turn, and sometimes it might mean re-outlining the rest or moving things around, or just a little edit. But I think it's always good. It's good to go where your characters take you.
Right. So are you reading anything now?
So I'm listening to the Brandon Mull book.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple other audiobooks lined up, some that I haven't finished yet, and I need to. Yeah, really looking forward to Covet coming out. But I am always, I love audiobooks, so I will add those. I love hardcover. I love all the books. Let's just be honest.
Give me all the books.
Um, but I do have an arc, actually from my friend Ellie Novak. So I have an arc in my email that, or not an arc, I shouldn't say an arc, a pre-arc that I'm going to read this weekend. So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Fun. Well, guys, that is all the questions for tonight. Make sure you check out all of her books, of course. The two that I've read is In the Penalty Box, which is fabulous, and then I Hate You, Fuller James, which was great. And I love that cover. That's so adorable. So, guys,
Great.
definitely so cute.
Knocked it out the park.
So, guys, check it out and join us next week on Author Chat. We have 2 more authors coming on, and we'll catch you guys later. Have a great weekend.
Bye. Thank you.